How you doing, everybody? It's Matt Manetric here, back in the Battle Stadium, and today is the last day we'll be using this Trick Room team featuring Arctovish. I was been considering putting Psychic Fangs on Arctovish to deal with Pokemon like set screens such as Alolan Ninetales and Gigantamax Lapras. Decided against it for now, but it's certainly a tech that we could use. We are playing someone who is 4,000th, which is considerably higher than where we are. But let's just jump straight into it. So there is going to be a Gengar on this opponent's team, which is pretty damn cool. Well, you don't see a lot of Gengar anymore. Maybe Gigantamax Gengar, actually, looking at the team. I'm not actually entirely sure what Gmax Gengar does, to be honest. But I'm sure we'll find out. We've got Conkeldurr, Rotom Wash, Togekiss, Arcanine, and Bishop. So the only way that I don't set up Trick Room here in the way that we like to is if the Togekiss goes to follow me. But I'm pretty experienced with this team to know what we do instead. We just go for Fake Tears and Max Lightning and we take it out. So I'm pretty happy with that. Now Reuniclus does hit everything on that team for what, almost super effective damage actually. Bar the Arcanine on Conkeldurr. The Bishop may be a little bit of an issue, so I suppose we'll bring Rhyperior. You know, it might be Focus Sash or something like that. So we'll bring Rhyperior. And then I suppose the other thing that might cause me a real problem is maybe the Arcanine? Do I bring Arctovish? I mean, Rhyperior can deal with Arcanine, surely. I'm going to bring a Bomber Snow. With only... I mean... Look, Rotom isn't the bulkiest thing in the world. It's got pretty low HP. Good special defense, but pretty low HP. And then you've got Arcanine there. And apart from that, Blizzard spam could be quite nice. Obviously, the Conkeldurr could Mach Punch us. It might be worthwhile me finding out what Gmax Gengar actually does, if it is Gmax Gengar. Because I'm not entirely sure. It looks like it probably is. What do you do? Gmax Gengar, what do you do? This is the Gen 7 page, not the Gen 8 page. Here we go. So Gmax Gengar, Gmax Terra prevents them from escaping. Okay, so it's essentially like Shadow Tag. With that being the case, it's probably going to be Focus Sashed, and I think I'm just going to attack it. No, he's gonna go for a you know what? No, let's not do that. It's Max Guard. Because if he does anything, it's going to go into the Reuniclus, surely, right? Oh, follow me is going to be a problem, though. I'm going to have to... Okay, I'm actually going to have to go for a... I'm going to run out of time. 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 Look, if he follows me, we're fine. Got no idea what Liepard's going to do. Ran out of time, like I say. But as long as we get the Max Lightning off, then I'm pretty happy. So the reason I couldn't go for the Copycat was because follow me, I think, is +2 priority. So it would come between the Max Guard and the... he didn't follow me. He didn't follow me. And he didn't Dynamax either. Which makes things very interesting here. Max Lightning's going to come out. And, well, it's going to take up Togekiss nonetheless, right? So Togekiss is gone, which is a positive. Absolutely a positive. And we actually can't get Hypnosis. Hypnosis? We can't be put to sleep through Hypnosis. Should Gengar be running it? Probably isn't running it, but just in case. Gengar is going to go for the Trick Room. So he's tried to reverse my Trick Room, but instead he has set my Trick Room, and it works beautifully for me. It has worked absolutely beautifully. Thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate that. In comes Bishop. Obviously... I probably get double targeted here, and Gengar is weak to Psychic, so I could see the Gengar maybe going for Max Guard and Protect, or Max Guard and Protect. I could see him Dynamaxing and go for Max Guard, so let's focus on the Bishop. I'm going to double target the Bishop, in case it's Focus Sash, which it may well be. I think the Gengar is probably Sash, though. Bishop went for Protect. That's a little bit annoying, which means Gengar is probably going to attack me, right? So what happens here is Gengar probably goes and tries to reverse the Trick Room. So what I'm just going to do is Copycat afterwards, and we'll be fine. We'll be absolutely fine. And that'll reverse Trick Room again, will be faster again. Bishop maybe goes for the reverse Trick Room. That's fine. I just Copycat next turn, and we're looking good. Bishop may opt for a Sucker Punch, but while we're Dynamaxed at full HP, I think we'd probably take it out. He's just seen Max Knuckle. He could look to switch out into... He's got Rotom, Conqueror, and Arcanine potentially in the back, so... Honestly, I think we just take it out. Let's go for the Copycat, like I said. Reverse the Trick Room, and put ourselves into a pretty good position. I don't think Gengar lives a... I'm a little bit iffy about the Gengar's potential Focus Sash, but I do have Rhyperior in the back. And this is quite nice as well, because this just makes the Trick Room reset itself, like reset the counter. So again, I'm back to 5 turns of Trick Room, which is amazing. So Liepard's going to get that Trick Room off, which is going to be super, super nice. And Bishop should go down here. As it does. So considering we're 10,000th, and this person is in the 4,000, this should be a hell of a lot of points if we can pick up this win. The opponent has not chosen to Dynamax or Gigantamax yet. So it'll be very interesting to see what they do here. We're going to see an Icy Wind come out from Gengar. So that's going to drop Liepard's speed and Reuniclus' speed. But it's going to drop Liepard's speed, which is really nice because that means Liepard now underspeeds the Gengar. We can hit him with a Foul Play to break a potential Focus Sash. Well, first Psychic probably activates the Sash, and then... In comes Conkeldurr. Huh. So Mach Punch is a very real threat in this situation. And if I'm honest with you, I think Gengar Dynamaxes and Max Guards. So let's focus the damage onto Conkeldurr. Let's go for a Fake Tears. He may protect in Trick Room. He may do that. He does choose to Dynamax. What is it going to be? What is going to be Dynamaxing? If it's Conkeldurr, does Conkeldurr take a Life Orb boosted Stab Psychic? It is going to be Conkeldurr at -2 special defense. Does it take it? I'm not convinced it does, you know, guys. I'm not convinced it does. We're not under Psychic Terrain, unfortunately. We're under Electric Terrain. And this means that a potential Thunder Punch will get boosted. Fake Tears comes out against Conkeldurr, dropping its special defense by 2 stages. Does it live the Psychic? It does! Just barely. And it comes out with a Max Knuckle. I'm assuming it's Liepard here. Yeah, Liepard's going to go down, unfortunately. And that means he can reverse Trick Room. However, looking at what G-Max Terra can do, although he can't Dynamax him, also G-Max Terra really means nothing at this stage. And he's just going to Shadow Ball. Not going to try and reverse the Trick Room. And Reuniclus remains alive. So here, Rhyperior will underspeed, or Rhyperior will go first under Trick Room conditions. So I think I bring on Rhyperior. And to be honest, at this stage, I think I just go for Psychic onto Gengar. He may Mach Punch me. There's not actually a lot I can do about that. But it's really important that I get rid of Conkeldurr to stop that priority. So let's just Psychic into Gengar and High Horsepower. They're going to forfeit. We take the win. Amazing. Amazing, amazing. You love to see it. You absolutely love to see it. That is a huge win for us. And that should really, you know, push us up in the rankings. It likes rare candy as well. Thank you so much. So a little something we can talk about while we get a new opponent. This weekend is the April International Challenge. Look at that. That's a nice boost up into the 8,380. Wonderful. This month is the April International Challenge. I will be streaming it Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, starting from 1 PM. Obviously, this will be coming out after the Friday stream, so I've already done 15 of 45 battles. So, 1,600. Good lord. Okay. So, if you are interested in coming by and watching it, feel free to follow me on Twitch. I'll also be tweeting out when I start streaming on Twitter. So, looks like we've got another potential Trick Room team here with Conkeldurr and Hatterene. We've also got Rotom Wash and Corviknight, Darmanitan, and Grimmsnarl. I could see Grimmsnarl potentially leading here. I don't think he goes... I mean, he may go in this Trick Room team. Or at least he may bring the Hatterene. For the sake of being able to undo Trick Room. If he leads Corviknight, then Reuniclus smashes it with a Max Lightning, and I think it OHKOs. Don't quote me, I think it OHKOs. If he leads anything else, then we get Trick Room up, and we're looking pretty good. I'm going to go Liepard Reuniclus. As this is the final battle with this team, maybe we come back to it again another time, but for now, we won't be. Do I go Rhyperior here? Do I go Arctovish? I think I'm going to bring Arctovish for the sake of bringing Arctovish with a Bomber Snow. Yeah, to be honest, Rhyperior isn't incredible here. Let's give this a go then. Liepard Reuniclus lead with Arctovish and a Bomber Snow in the back. Hopefully we can... I mean, if he doesn't bring his Trick Room Pokemon, hopefully we can set Trick Room and just sort of sweep relatively quickly. Set the Aurora Veil up. Conkeldurr is going to be a big Pokemon that we need to get rid of for the late game. Because we obviously have 2 Ice types. I don't think they lead Conkeldurr. They lead Grimmsnarl Darmanitan here. Maybe a Fake Out into Liepard. I could see it being Fake Out into Liepard actually, and then U-turn into Liepard just to knock it out. So let's go for Trick Room. And I'm going to go for a Fake Out onto Darmanitan. This person has probably seen the strategy if they're this high on the ladder. So Grimmsnarl goes for Substitute, which was not what I expected in the slightest. Okay, well we prevent Darmanitan from going for an attack regardless, and we are able to set Trick Room, which is nice. Not entirely sure what Grimmsnarl's going to do under the Substitute. Could it be G-Max Grimmsnarl in this situation? It could well be, looking at the team. I always forget about G-Max Grimmsnarl. I always forget. And actually, I don't need to Dynamax here. Darmanitan would die to a Focus Blast or Psychic and whatnot. I need to keep. Here's the thing, right? I need to keep Reuniclus around. So I'm gonna bring in Arctovish. This Darmanitan may be Scarfed. So let's hit it with a Foul Play. It's probably got base 140 attack, which is going to be insanely high. And if it is Scarfed, then we will be able to outspeed it under Trick Room. And hopefully do some huge damage. He actually withdraws the Darmanitan here to go into Corviknight. So, not the worst situation for us to be in. I would have preferred Reuniclus be out, though. Goes for the Spirit Break. Is this onto... This is actually onto Arctovish. So Arctovish is going to take that absolutely fine. We're going to have a special attack drop, but Arctovish doesn't use its special attack, so it's cool. As Liepard goes for a Foul Play. That's some really solid damage, actually. That is some really solid damage. It may be worth me keeping Liepard around, you know. Let's go for the... I could switch out my Liepard here, set Hail, and go for an Aurora Veil. I think I'm just going to go for damage, though. The last move used here was that Spirit Break, wasn't it? So I'm not really fussed about going Copycat here. I could, if I switch out... I think I'm just going to double up into that Corviknight. And try and get some big damage off. Grimmsnarl's actually going to go for Reflect, which is a little bit annoying. The Corviknight could have Body Press as well, which obviously hits me for super effective damage. Fishious Rend comes out. Would I have been better off going for the Super Fang? Probably would have done about the same anyway. As Corviknight goes to knock out Liepard. Fails to do so. I was Focus Sashed anyway. But we do get good damage on the Corviknight. And he is slowly revealing all his Pokemon, which is great. Right? So we've seen Conkeldurr. We haven't seen Conkeldurr, sorry. We've seen Darmanitan. We've now seen Conkeldurr. We've seen Darmanitan. We've seen Grimmsnarl. We've seen Conkeldurr. And we have seen the Corviknight. So in this scenario, I could very much see a Mach Punch coming out, especially boosted by that Flame Orb. It's going to do a lot of damage. Do I potentially want to set a Aurora Veil? I think I do. I'm going to try and do it. Although a Mach Punch into the Liepard slot is going to do some serious damage to a Bomber Snow. Damage that I don't really want to take. Although I can't see it being that useful to me, actually, a Bomber Snow. I look at Grimmsnarl. I mean... Grimmsnarl, Darmanitan, and Corviknight. I think I can afford to do this. I think the defensive buffs would be amazing for us if we can get them up. Maybe this is a little bit of a naive play, but I don't know how important Abomasnow is actually going to be for us. He's actually going to Dynamax here. Obviously not needing Mach Punch because Trick Room is up. So with luck, he goes into Abomasnow because I would really like to set myself up the Aurora Veil. Of course, if he does take a knockout here, hopefully he targets my Abomasnow. That is the hope. Oh, we outspeed it. He's not min speed. Wow, voice crack. He is not min speed Conk, which is very interesting information considering he does have Hatterene on his team. Max Knuckle comes out here into Arctovish. Arctovish failing to live it. This Conkeldurr is now essentially at +2, which is very dangerous, I have to say. +2 attack, being the Flame Orb. And we're going to see a Spirit Break, which is going to drop our special attack, which is annoying. But at this stage, Abomasnow could just get rid of the substitute, which is great. And that all-important Aurora Veil is up, and it puts us in a fantastic position with Reuniclus to come in. And we are yet to use our Dynamax, remember. I can actually come in here and use my own Dynamax in this situation. And make sure that we get a big Max Psychic off. And if we go for the Max Psychic, or the Max Mindstorm, we set Psychic Terrain. That'll prevent the Grimmsnarl from being able to use things like Thunder Waves or Taunts. Although I could see him just going for Max Guard with Conkeldurr here. I really could. And that's my dilemma here, right? I could absolutely see him going for Max Guard, because he then gets a free Spirit Break off essentially. Let's go for the Psychic. And I'm just going to click Blizzard. By clicking Blizzard here, Grimmsnarl's sub probably goes down regardless. He does Max Guard, which is great, so we are not wasting a turn of Dynamax. Obviously, we are going to be at -1 special attack, which is a little bit annoying. However, Blizzard comes out from Abomasnow and should break the substitute, which is great. I feel like I'm playing really well today. I feel like we're preparing ourselves for this international championship, and we're going well. Here comes the Spirit Break. I expected that onto Reuniclus. We are going to be at -1 special attack. However, when you consider that we have the Psychic Terrain. Well, we don't have the Psychic Terrain. Yeah, I'm going to set up the Psychic Terrain. We'll have the Psychic Terrain. We'll have the Life Orb boost. You know, Reuniclus is still going to hit very hard, even at -1 special attack, right? And I think I have to go for it here. The Twisted Dimensions actually return to normal, which that's not good for me. Huh. I mean, regardless, if Abomasnow goes down, I just bring in Liepard here and Copycat, if Liepard is still around, which I believe it is. Yeah, okay, that is still something we can do. Let's go for the Max Mindstorm onto Conkeldurr. Let's go for Blizzard and get some huge damage off this turn. Some huge damage. This is his last turn of Dynamax, I believe, with Conkeldurr, which is great. We Dynamax for Reuniclus. He probably doesn't Max Guard this time because obviously he outspeeds us. Grimmsnarl reveals the Darkest Lariat, which does a lot of damage to us. Oh, have I wasted my Dynamax here? Goes for the Max Knuckle into Abomasnow. No, we should be alright. We should be fine. We should be okay. In this situation, we get obviously an attack boost into Grimmsnarl, which those attack boosts could be very annoying. As we bring in, we go for the Max Mindstorm. It'd be massive if we can take it out here. Absolutely huge. We don't. We fail to knock out the Conkeldurr. However, we do set the Psychic Terrain, preventing him from going for Mach Punch next turn. And we can actually just bring in Liepard here. Set Trick Room. Does Conkeldurr faint to his burn here after that hail? It may well do. It may well do. Let's see. It doesn't quite, however, it will faint next turn. Oh, okay. I thought I was in a better situation than this. For some reason, I thought I bought Rhyperior. I don't have 5 Pokemon with me. That would be cheating. That makes the situation a little bit iffy. It makes the situation a little bit iffy, I have to say. Let's go for Max Guard. Let's go for the Copycat. Grimmsnarl. Yeah, okay. I don't think there is any way that we don't set up Trick Room here. Here is the Copycat. And here's hoping that he double targets my my Reuniclus. Here is hoping he double targets my Reuniclus. He goes for the Mach Punch. We're protected by Psychic Terrain. He goes for the Darkest Lariat into Reuniclus. The Conkeldurr goes down to the burn and hail damage. And this game is extremely, extremely close. However, I think the Grimmsnarl possibly is going to win it for my opponent. Reflect goes down, which is big, because that means Foul Play. We can now use things like Foul Play. Which I'll have to use in this scenario because of the Psychic Terrain. Although I will be setting Electric Terrain now, but obviously any of my other moves are activated by Prankster, so... in this scenario, let's go for the Max Lightning into Corviknight. Let's go for the Foul Play into Grimmsnarl. It is at +2 attack, let's remember. It is resisted, but it is at +2 attack. We hit the Max Lightning. Down goes Corviknight. Down goes the Corviknight. Does he still have the Darmanitan in the back? Or did we get rid of it? He may still have the Darmanitan. I think he does. Darkest Lariat unfortunately takes us out. And I probably need a crit here. To be honest. I probably need a crit here. I don't think we can win this game anymore. Foul Play comes out from Liepard. That's a +2 attack. We just do no damage. That'll be the game. I can knock out the Darmanitan with a Foul Play. Possibly. My Aurora Veil goes down. Would Rhyperior have been better? Possibly. Possibly. It's hard to say, really. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. I think I played pretty well that game, though. He goes for the Spirit Break. That's going to knock us out, and we lose this game 2-0. Yeah, maybe bring Darmanitan would have been a better option. But still, I still think I played relatively well. We got ourselves into decent positions, but I just couldn't really capitalise. Bomber Snow and Arctovish didn't do a huge amount in the game, unfortunately. I kind of felt like I was playing that game with only 2 Pokemon. But that's that for this team. So next week we'll be using a new team. Obviously, you can find all the team information in the description below. You can also find the resources, or the things that I used to help build myself a team, in the description below. You've also got my Twitter. You've also got my Twitch. Make sure you come and check by. You'll have to come by Saturday and Sunday at 1 PM British Summer Time and see how I get on in the International Challenge. We'll see you very soon. I've been Matt Manetric. Hopefully I'll see you on Twitch.